Hey, this is Ronnie from the K9 Academy. Just wanted to take a quick second and thank you for checking out our video on how to sit and lay down. Just a real quick disclaimer, this is a super raw video footage. This puppy was picked up 1 day ago. He is a Belgian Malinois. He is just 1 day shy of 7 weeks old. And we wanted to give you some raw footage on how to make him sit and lay down so you can start working with your puppy as early as you can. A side note is we're speaking a German-French hybrid to this dog, meaning his sit is going to be the French word of assis, and the lay down word is going to be the German word for Platz. So if you hear those two language, assis and Platz, you'll know what we're talking about, and we're going to walk you through this. Pardon the attire that we are wearing. Like I said, this is super raw footage. We wanted to give you guys an at-home look of what you're going to be doing and nothing staged. So here we go. So the very first thing we're going to do is going to be get your puppy, get a treat that he wants, and we're going to start telling him the word Platz. We're going to put our hand down to the ground with the treats to kind of lure the puppy's nose down. We're going to take our other hand and put it across his back, and we're not going to push hard. We're just going to kind of give him something to go under. He's got to go under the obstacle to get the treat. In order to get to the obstacle, he's going to have to lay down to get to it. And once he lays down, we're going to reward down low. So you see I'm feeding that treat down at the floor, down low. So we'll get his attention, get him interested in the treats or his food. Tell him Platz again, which is lay down. Put that other hand over and just gently press. And while he's down, I'm feeding him and I'm just giving him nice gentle rubs across his back to let him know this is exactly what we want you to do. You're going to get your treats, but you got to stay down to get them. So that way he doesn't pop back up as soon as you give him the food or the reward. So right there, what I did when I took my hand and pulled it away, I kept his attention just for a moment to let him know the food is coming back to you, but you need to lay down and stay there, not just lay down and get straight back up. As you can see, he's pretty high strung. He's all over the place. Once again, this is the very first time that we've worked with this dog with any kind of commands, whether it lay down or sit. This is the very first training session we did with this puppy. So now we're going to work on same thing. We're going to keep going. Now this is after a little bit of a break, so he's kind of a little bit more calm. Once again, I took that hand and I pulled it away, brought it back. That way it gives him that moment of time just to be patient and wait for the treat to fully understand what we're asking him to do. I want you to take note of my left hand with my watch on. I'm just barely pushing his head, barely putting any pressure on him. I'm not really pushing at all. I'm just kind of guiding him down where he's got to go underneath my hand. When you push a dog into the position, they don't learn the position. So I'm just guiding him to let him make the correct maneuvers to get into the lay down position. So we're also going to work on lay down first when we get new puppies. The reason we do that is we want that dog to learn how to lay down when their front half and their back half go down at the same time. If you work on sit first, or if you work on sit and then go into a lay down from the sit, it's a good chance that your dog will sit and then slide into a lay down as he gets older. When you tell your dog to lay down, it's a good chance he's going to sit first, which is going to be a little bit of annoying. Not the end of the world unless you're trying to do some advanced maneuvering with him. It's just easy to start now to get that lay down initially instead of going for the sit first. Sit is super easy. You're going to see that in a few seconds. Sit is super easy to do. So the lay down is a little bit more challenging. It takes a little bit more patience. And that's where you get your most bang for your buck by doing it early. So right now I'm feeding his food for his lunch during a training session. And take note that he's getting a handful of kibble every time. We're not giving him just one piece of food for every time he lays down. We're giving him 5 or 6 pieces every time he lays down. A puppy won't work for any more than 10 minutes at a time, tops. At 7 weeks old, maybe even shorter than that. So we're going to get him his lunch to him as quickly, as efficiently as possible while he's still learning something and having to put forth a little effort for it. When people say work for their food, you want to work them in a fun way and learn a way that they're learning something, and something simple too. I don't want you to take your food out and scatter it in your backyard and make him find it as a search for his food. That's not the type of work we're talking about. We're talking about, hey, let's just do a little bit of basic obedience. We're going to feed you a good amount of your kibble as you're down, and it's going to be all fun. And after a while, you would actually see, we're going to transition to give his whole dog food bowl. So this is our next session. The assis is sit in French. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that food and we're going to rock it right in front of that dog's nose, and we're going to go straight over toward its eyebrows and its forehead. When the dog tries to look up, it's naturally going to sit. Once he sits, we're going to reward right where his head is comfortable, and we get that good posture. So every time you do this, you want to make your dog stand up and kind of move around a little bit. We don't want him to cheat us. They're so smart that they will learn if they stand up and sit right back down, they think they're going to get their food. So I'm going to stand him up until I get his full attention, and then we're going to work on getting that sit position down.
Oh boy.
The rock above their head is super easy to do. As soon as they see that food going up, it's just natural for them to sit when their head goes above their shoulders, any higher than what's natural stance for them. So you're gonna get that sit as soon as you put that hand above their head. It's also super important to keep saying the word. You're gonna hear me keep saying assis, assis. And when he's in that position and he's eating his food, I'm going to say assis again. That way he understands what I'm asking for. And we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to go sit to lay down. But every time we ask a new command, we're going to have him going from the stand position to begin with. That way we don't have him sliding into that lay down like I spoke about earlier. So I'm just enticing him to get up. He's having a little puppy laziness.
Oh boy.
There's my youngest child making an appearance on the video with our 2-year-old German Shepherd, who is patiently waiting his turn to do some work.
Go boys, Platz. Go boy. Come on. Come on, buddies. Aussie? 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 Oh boy. Oh boy. Aussie? Oh boy.
So like I said before, this puppy is just 1 day shy of 7 weeks old. He just got picked up less than 24 hours ago. Made a drive back from a different state with him. Didn't have any training the first night, kind of late, getting back from vacation and picking him up. So there is our sit and lay down video of our raw footage. We hope you enjoyed. If there's anything else we can do for you, please reach out to us at the K9academyva.com and on Facebook at the K9 Academy VA. Thank you.